So I'm drawing inspiration from a book tonight. Are you all surprised? It's Love Warrior by Glennon Doyle Melton. So that's what we're basing our talk on. That and the mountains, because I am always inspired by the mountains. Mountains have high highs and low lows. I love scaling the high highs of the mountains. I like reaching the top. It's exhilarating. It makes you feel alive. But right now, I'm in the low of the valley. My mom passed away 3 weeks ago, and I'm sitting in the valley. It's dark, it's cold, and I'm on the ground looking back up. So in the book Love Warrior, Glennon goes, I'll tell you a little bit of the story, but you still have to read the book. Glennon was bulimic by the age of 10 and an alcoholic in university and had dealt with addiction her whole life. She had a really rough beginning. And then she found herself on the bottom of the bathroom floor holding a pregnancy test and realized she had to make a change because she wanted to keep this baby. So she got sober and got married and had more children and stayed with this fellow for 12 years and put on the mask of, I've got my crap together as a mom, and went out into the world. Only to find out 12 years into her marriage that the husband had been cheating on her the whole time.
Oh.
So she ends up in crisis mode at a therapist's office trying to figure her life out. And one of the ways that she coped was through yoga. So one day she was having a particularly horrible day and goes to yoga trying to find her salvation. And her usual yoga class was completely full. So she ended up in a new yoga class, puts down her mat, sits down on the floor. She lives in Florida, and she's like, holy cow, it's hot in this room. I'm having the worst day of my life, and the air conditioning has to be broken. So the teacher comes in, closes the door, and gets ready to teach the class, and says, welcome to hot yoga. And she's like, oh, this is on purpose. So the teacher starts the class by saying we all have to set our intention for the day. And she's like, oh, seriously? Like, I don't need this woo-woo shit right now. I just want to be here and do my stuff. So everybody sets their intention, and when they get to her, she says, you know what? My intention is not to run out of this class. It's just to actually stay on this mat. And so the teacher says, you do that. You be still. And she sat there in that class and cried and sweat for 90 minutes and felt all of the pain of her past and all of the pain of being cheated on and everything that she'd had to go through. So that's where I'm at. I'm having to stay on my mat because I know it's really easy to find another way out of this pain. But there's something in this pain for me, so I'm staying here. Glennon warns us of the easy buttons. The easy buttons are all of those things that we use to numb, and we all do it, and I'll be the first one to put my hand up. We overwork. That's my big hand goes up. I stay real busy with work. I scroll through Facebook. Oh, that is so numbing to scroll through Facebook. There's the third or fourth glass of wine. There's the asking the doctor for a prescription. There's gossiping with your friends. There's shopping. There's so much that we can do to numb everything out. But the beauty is in staying on your mat and staying in that valley and staying with the pain. Now, why would I do that? Oh, let me share the quotes. I have to turn around and read it. Grief is the price of love. It's the receipt we hold in the air to say, look, I paid the price of love. My grief is equal to how much I love my mom. And often it's the only thing that we have to prove that we love. And when someone wants to take that receipt away from you and take away that pain, they're actually taking away the honor of having that pain. So we don't need friends who can fix our pain. We need friends who are brave enough to be still with us. And then I have another quote by another amazing woman. We are like rubber bands. And for the amount that we are stretched to the difficult and ugly parts in our life is how we are propelled to the beauty. So I'm an artist, and my art is writing. I create art through words. And art is made to make us feel. We watch scary movies so that we can feel afraid. We listen to sad songs so that we can cry. We read romance novels so that we can fall in love again. In order for me to be a good artist, I have to feel this pain so that I can translate it to other people. If you are creative, you need to be in your pain too. I'm also a healer, and my healing art is the art of coaching. And when you coach, you actually have to get down and meet your client where they're at. You are a mirror for their experience. So I am a richer coach now because I know the pain that some of my clients have been through or will go through. In my chapter, in When Women Talk, I talk about story. What a surprise! I talk about the story of stories. Now, I have had a really rough life up until now, and I've worked through it. I've done the work. And a lot of my clients have told me their stories as well. And what I have learned is that we have to stand in our story. We have to be in that valley. We have to stay on that map in order to learn what we have to learn. And then we stand above our story, we stand beside our story, and then we stand on it and use it to propel ourselves forward. And we use it to be of service to other people. You can't be of service to other people until you've stood in your story. And so now I stay in my valley. Because you know what? The valley is where all of the dark, rich earth is. It's where creativity comes from. It's where the pain leads to these feelings. It's where the wildflowers and the deep green moss grows. There's no wildflowers on the top of the mountain. It's in the valley. So there is a gift in the valley. And now I leave you and encourage you, if you have pain, stay with your pain. Be with your pain. Don't run away from it. Stay on your mat. Learn the lesson that you have to learn right now and use it to serve you in the future. Wow.
Thank you, Tammy. I think it's true too that, if you don't live in your pain, not only can you not service anyone else, you really can't serve yourself either. So it is a good thing. So live in your story, own it, and then maybe one day you stand up here and share it.
Yeah.